I think this might be working. Hey! All right. How's the sound, guys? I know that was a problem on the first stream. Let me know. Can maybe move this guy up a little bit. Audio and video. All right. So, I'm getting text messages asking me Fusion questions as I'm starting the Kiri Moto live stream, which is funny. Keep the tool. All right. So we've got a few people here. Let's give them just a few more minutes. Hey, how's it going? We'll give everyone a couple minutes to join, and then we'll get into the spiel. I feel like Kiri Moto is going to be a much faster stream than. Let me change my camera size a little bit here. I feel like Kiri Moto is going to be a much faster stream than FreeCAD was. I don't know about you guys, but I don't feel like this one's going to take 3 hours. I hope not. I have to turn my background audio down because I can't deal with hearing myself talk, but I wanted to make sure I could hear myself talk. All right. So, we're going to continue with the same part from last week. I really don't know what is going to be the best way to import it into Kiri Moto. So we're going to try, I've got a DXF of it, a step file of it, and an STL of it. And we're going to see what works and what doesn't. This week I have better lighting inside the machine, so hopefully it's a little bit nicer for you guys to look at. We'll adjust this. And I also gave myself some full camera reviews since we ended up needing those last week. This is way nicer. So this was the baseline part from Fusion last week. You know, obviously I didn't select the right bottom surfaces. Like I had some stock to leave and stuff in here. I ran that really quick. And then this was the FreeCAD part. So you can pretty quickly see the major differences between them. The text was defined better in Fusion. The pockets were a little better. The strategies from FreeCAD were kind of weird. So we'll see how all this turns out in Kiri Moto. Yes. For those that weren't here last week, I highly encourage you to ask stupid questions and make fun of me. It makes it more fun. I'm not taking any of this too seriously, and I hope none of you are either. The real goal of all this is to figure out the discoverability of these different softwares and what's good for beginners and what's not. So we're going to learn tonight how Kiri Moto is. One of the things that I wanted to look at too is the CNC Labs guys made their own version of Kiri Moto. It's like a branch. It's called Cam Lab. And we're going to play with that too, because I'm curious what the differences are. It looks similar, but slightly more polished maybe. So we'll see. Anyway, I feel like that's enough time. Let's go figure out where to start. So let's start in Kiri Moto. The cool part about Kiri Moto is it does all kinds of different things, right? I have used it in the past for 3D printing, for belt printing, and it worked really, really well for that. So, hey John. So when I first started building the milk crate, I really liked the idea of this cam and slicer software, so people could like make all of their milk crate parts in here using the FDM tools, and then make all of their CNC parts in here using the cam tools. But I never got around to trying it out. So I think we'll use the CNC mode with a generic Gerbil post. The CNC Mill 1 is close, but it's not quite the right size. Hey Cam. So let's define my size. Why can't I change? We're already off to a wonderful start, I feel like. Oh, wait, customize? My devices. Aha! I think it's 200 for the Y, and 150 for the Z seems reasonable. And our max spindle speed is 24,000. Doesn't really matter for my machine. I don't have the spindle speed controlled by the controller yet. It's all controlled in the VFD still. And then that header seems reasonable, the footer seems reasonable. It's a good thing we like each other, right? Dwell seems reasonable. Cool. All of that seems fine. NC for the file extensions, fine. Okay. So it gives us this whoa. Whoa. Well, that's an interesting way of doing things. I mean, this is reasonable, I guess. So, if I had to guess, our work origin is the intersection here, this 0 and 0, and we define where that ends up by dragging the part around in the workspace. That's interesting. All right, so I'm going to delete that. I'll import as cam. Interesting. Make a new folder for Kiri Moto. Okay, you guys get to look at me for a second while I look around in my computer for where the parts are, because I thought they were all in here, and they're not. Here they are. Okay. Now you get me again. Okay, so to start, let's see if we can just drag, unsupported file. Okay. Can we do an unsupported file? Unsupported file. All right. We are off to a fantastic start. I thought I created an STL. Let's go back to, sure, you can look at the machine for a second. Firmware. That's a terrible UX. Yeah, all files. Like, okay. Now we get to go to Fusion and I really didn't think this was just going to be just STLs. But sure, why not? I'm really curious. I bet if we go here, OBJ, 3MF. Huh. Okay, so it literally supports all the things that I didn't export. So SVG, I don't have a 2D SVG of it. I could create one really quick. Oops. But we're not going to do that right now because we have an STL, and the STLs apparently work. Okay. So one of the things that turned me away from the software initially was it seemed like it used like a tracing methodology to cut everything out, where it just kind of like goes crossed back and forth. And I'm really hoping that's not the case, and I just missed something before. So let's, any holes? Okay, so it does look like it's done. They have done things that I didn't know before. Okay. So if you guys remember before, I'm using, yeah, Rick, scanning back and forth is what I remember it doing in the past. So if you guys remember, I'm using an 1/8 inch end mill. Trailers, double-sided work. Expert profile. So it looks like we're limited on tool selection to these tools, which, sure, whatever, that's fine. At least I have the end mill that I need. Oh my god. Step down. Okay. I want 0 dwell. Yes, Eric. But, you know, little control makes it easier for people who are less overwhelming, right? So if we're going for beginner-friendly software, this might be interesting. Okay, so this step down, this might turn into pecs. I don't hate that. A 5mm pec is like too much. If we're going to pec it, we'll do a 3mm. Okay. Now, let's try follow selected features with a specified tool, often used for lettering and engraving. Okay. So we want an 1/8 inch end mill again, 18,000 RPMs, just because it makes me feel better. Feed rate. Hey, Jason. I can't remember what the feed rate I ended up using last time was. Does anyone know what 80 inches a minute in millimeters per whatever this is? Since it doesn't seem to give me units. A minute, 33 millimeters per second. Millimeters per fortnight Kelvin. It's kind of cheating, but like it's not, because, you know, this is supposed to be like your first pass, right? Like it'd be cheating if I read the manual first. You know, that would be like a crappy tutorial. 2,000 millimeters per minute. That's right. Hey, Mitch. Okay, so the question is this millimeters per minute or millimeters per second? And it doesn't give us any information towards that. Nobody reads. Nobody reads. Okay. Well, 1,000, step over, step down. We'll do a 4mm step down with a 2mm step over. Ooh, okay, so we can... Okay. So like it's thinking about it. Hey Nate. Okay, so like this is way better than I remember it. I'm not sure it's doing exactly what I want it to, but yeah, I think it's kind of doing it. Interesting. Animate? Okay. So it's doing some plungy drill stuff. Ooh, and it gives you a cutaway representation. That's fun. Okay, so it's doing an outside pass, and then an inside pass, and it does like some wiggles. Okay, but it leaves a bunch of crap behind. Less... Yeah, John, this is significantly better than I remember it. Let's see. Let's go back in here, go here. And then we'll do that preview again. Okay, so now I wonder, I had it set to 1 before? I bet it's a percentage of the mill. Yeah. Oh, it models the bit getting broken. Kinda. Okay, so this is better. This is more useful. I'm curious what made that portion of the stock remove. Okay, so it's actually hitting stock during a travel move. So their path planning leaves something to be desired. Let's maybe not use Kiri Moto for metal machining. A wood router, like these these travel moves, that wouldn't matter at all. But in aluminum, that would, yes, it would model your bit getting broken, Oren. Yeah. If it's a, yes, I had it set as 2 before, thinking it was millimeters and not a percentage. So that's totally reasonable. All right. Now I wonder if I can do that and hit all of those in the same pass. That would be kind of cool. Oh. Okay. We'll animate it. We'll bump it up to 8x so it's a little faster to see. Okay, this is pretty usable. Huh. Now we're going back in, cleaning up that stock. Okay. Not mad about that. That's pretty good. Let's see. Let's do... What is it? Clean up. Okay, what does roughing do? Yes, it is another anything but metric, I think. Remove an area of material inside. Okay, why do they have a rough that is sometimes called pocketing and a pocket? Clear all areas above the... Okay, now we're going to look at this. 1/8 inch end mill, 18,000. Step down 4. Okay, so we think that this is a percentage. Oh, as a fraction of the tool diameter. All right, that makes sense. Oh. Okay. I just didn't hover long enough to get tooltips. Max cutting speed and workspace units per minute. Okay, so if we were in inches, it would be inches per minute. If we're in millimeters, which we are, it's millimeters per minute. Oh, hey Chris. I will, I'm purposely not signed into Slack right now, so I don't get any desktop notifications of something that I don't want on the internet forever. But, same for Discord, but I'll check that out in a minute. So, 2,000 inches, or 2,000 millimeters per minute. Wait, no, that is 20,000. That would be eventful. Ooh, okay, and we have a stock to leave option. So we'll leave horizontal offset. Okay, so we'll leave a millimeter of stock. Mill out. Oh, I like this. That's handy. So I'll use this on the triangles, and this should basically pocket out those triangles. Run Oh, I wonder if this is going to do everything. So let's take out that pocket really quick. Yes, full send. Well, the workspace units thing's interesting. We used to have a guy that I worked with that would randomly switch the mill that everybody in the shop used. Everybody except for him used inches for their machining, and he would switch it over to metric when he would work on personal projects at night. And it was always a problem because the tool table would switch to metric, and like multiple times we smashed tools because it would rapid through things because of workspace units changing. It was not good. So clear top, is that a facing op? Clear top. Yeah. I think that is a facing op. So let's see. Yeah, okay. So roughing is going to like attack everything, which, you know, I guess that's handy. It left some things out. Like it didn't get the text, it didn't get this slot, it didn't get this hole, which totally is big enough to fit the end mill. There it goes. Right click is pan. But it did a fine job. And all of these have stock to leave on, so we'll bump this. Okay. We'll bump that up to 8x. Okay, so it's ordering by depth. It's basically treating this like a 3D printer, so it's only going down, you know, depth per pass, not ordered by operation. Okay. That's actually pretty useful. I'm not going to let this finish because this is going to take forever. So let's get rid of that really quick. What is level? Distance from stock face for leveling pass. Okay, so level is a facing op. Preview. Yeah. Okay. So that's definitely useful. We'll clear that out. Outline. Dog bones. Now I'm curious. Limit. Through holes. Okay, so this has some pretty interesting tools in it. This widen outside cutout paths for deep cuts in hard material. This is something that I like manually do in Fusion a lot using the roughing op or roughing passes, so it makes the slot a percentage wider than the tool. And you would do this if you were like using an 1/8 inch end mill to profile out a part that is in like 3/8 or 1/2 inch aluminum, and it makes it easier to clear the chips out. This is a useful tool. Let's see what this does, because I'm just real curious now. I'm not even gonna mess with feed rates for some of this stuff. Okay, so if you look at it, all of these have 2 passes. Yeah, so it's doing an outside pass that's like basically like a clearing pass, and then it takes the thinner material as a finish pass. This is great. You know, it ignored some things that I feel like it shouldn't have. But that's why we have previews? Okay. So it's treating these inner features differently. It's cutting on the stock, or like on the finished side, and then it's cutting, which is the opposite of what I would want. I would want it to attack it like it did this outside, where it made the roughing pass outside and then takes off a minimal amount of material close to the finished part. So let's stop this. Outside only. It doesn't look like we have a good way of changing that. If we omit through holes. Okay. Can we give this tabs? If we re-preview it, nice. Okay, so this respects the tabs. Neat. Huh. I'll take it. All right, let's do the trace. Now, FreeCAD really didn't like text. Follow, offset center. Okay. Loops and lines. Let's see what it does. If you guys remember from the FreeCAD version, yeah, the X crossed into the E and the T. Yeah, that tab system, that's pretty usable. I wish they were triangle, but I think they'll work. Let's see what it does for the text. Oh, okay, so I had set the text to be, okay. So if we animate that, boy, I wish I could make that go faster. Yeah, what we could do, I think we can drag and reorder these. We can. That's nice and intuitive. I like that. Handy. Okay, so this is obviously not what we want, but it is cool. So let's go back into trace, do the offset on the inside. And it looks like it did exactly what I hoped, which is ignore the width of the pocket and just let the tool do its job. Normally I wouldn't like that, but if we're just tracing, you know, a text outline, that's That's cool. That will work. Let's see. So the other difficult feature that I added in this is this slot, which is exactly an 1/8 inch wide, and I think that trace feature will be perfect for that. I wanted to try pocket. For it. Yep, that will work, that will work. Oh, and it kept all the features that I wanted. Why did those go away? Oh, okay. We'll drag this guy over so we can see it first. Okay, so the pocket did not generate for the 1/8 inch slot, which no, it's picking up. Which is quite good. I'm curious though, because I don't think I animated that to see if it was lifting through the tabs. So let's see. Do. So what do you guys think so far? Would you use this to like make stuff? You know, over whatever you're currently using? Some of this is pretty cool. I really like, anyway, it leaves that nice stock generation. Oh, wait. Yeah, it lifted over the tab. Oh, it's treating it as two separate paths. Okay. Interesting. Not what I expected. Not at all. Yeah, that's exactly how I did the text in Fusion. Eric was just defined the tool slightly small. Okay. Let's see, what else did we need to do? So we did the outline of the cutout, the trace for text, the pocket. Oh, okay, yep. So the pocket didn't define that right. Oh, that's annoying. We can only have one of each operation. Huh. I think I broke it. trace, select. Whoa, 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 whoa. Don't try to pan by clicking middle mouse. That's a bad move. That is not doing what I want. Yeah. So occasionally, you know, you have to fake cam out to make it do what you want it to, like model a specific sketch into something to follow stuff. Yeah, having to refresh my cam is not something I've ever had to do before. So the problem with redefining the tool diameter, Eric, is I don't see anywhere where you can define a tool. Origins. Oh. What is ease down? Oh. Well, we're going to play with that. I can't imagine ever using conventional on a router. Okay. So earlier we saw it doing order by depth, where it was going through and doing everything per pass. That's kind of neat. Origins. Reference from the center. The top of objects. Left under setup. Look at you, John. Look at you, pointing me in the right direction. Ball mill, taper mill. Interesting. So I actually, in preparation for this, I got a whole bunch of different sizes of taper mills because I kind of wondered if I was going to end up doing the whole waterline machining thing and needing a taper mill. Cool. Taper mill. Just for funsies. Flute diameter. Oh, I think they're like 1 inch. And 2.5. Okay, neat. Yeah, apparently I do have to create more tools in the library. Didn't know where that was. Ooh, there's a dark... Oh, I like dark mode. Code preview, that's neat. Let's do the code preview. I'm interested in these grid host things. We're not messing with that tonight, though. What does experimental do? Let's see what that does. Screw it. I'm pretty sure it's in millimeters. Yeah, G21's in millimeters. The part was designed in millimeters, and the part came in looking like it was right. I suppose I should take a second and make sure that's what I think it is. Yes, millimeters. Okay. Contour. Oh, so this contour pass, I know what this is. Contour pass is the trace thing that I was talking about earlier. Is there an animate adjustment? Like a speed adjustment, Rick? Or I'm not understanding. Yeah, so this stuff where it's just tracing back and forth, this is what I remember Kiri Moto only doing. Bye, Eric. I'm glad you were here. Higher is more dense. So we're not going to run that. Flip register. Oh, hey, let me do 2 operations. Neat. So if that's going to work, you know what we could do? So we go in here, go to tools. We'll make a second end mill. We'll call it small 1/8. We'll make it 1, 2, 4, so it defines right. 2, 4. One. Save. Done. Okay. Look at that. It did the thing. You know, that's probably not the right way to do it, but it did work. So, going with it for right now. I'd like to wrap this up soon. Okay. What I'm really curious about is, can I... It doesn't appear that I can go these through holes. So... remove an area of material inside of... I feel like I missed something in this operation. Oh! Have I just done all of the operations it can do? Nope, it just freaks out after a little bit and you gotta refresh. Okay, nothing tells me I should feel good about this, like having to refresh things. Okay, so boy, I really like the way this preview looks now that it's in dark mode. It looks so much cooler. It's still not getting this whole, even in the rough mode. Let's see what this does. So we did inside only, and I let it dog bone. Okay. Oh, what is this doing? Oh, it's got a cool slider. Neat. Okay, so it's doing stuff I don't want it to do, like tracing the outside of the text, even though it's already done the inside. Well, I kind of want to just run it and see what happens. I feel like I'm out of things to try. It definitely doesn't have the control I would want for a complicated part. And this part's pretty complicated by design. But I haven't seen it do anything that would that's like destructive. So what do you guys think? Cut it? Send it. Thanks, John. I appreciate it. All right. So the next step is like, yeah, it got the far left hole, but it, you know, it didn't. It's like tracing the outside of the text too. So, limits. Z anchor controls the position of the part when stock exceeds part Z. Okay. Offset from bottom of part. Okay, so that is where the part lives in my machine. If we export you, all right. Oh, what did I do? Let's try this again. Code preview is cool. That's handy. It's giving me a feed rate on G0 moves. G0s are rapids. They shouldn't have a defined feed rate. And I definitely don't want 6,000 because that's really fast. Let's do 2,500. And we'll do 1,000 for that because that's like 40 inches per minute. That's not that fast. Some of these feed rates don't seem right. So, yeah, G0 is controller max. This is a good example of, like, no matter what the preview looks like, always check your code kind of thing. That was something that always bit me when I was programming on big scary machines that cost more than my house. And we have 2 outlines there. Let's look at those really quick. Do the rough, and then the pocket, and then the trace. Make sure everything's ordered the way we want. Okay, so we're roughing everything. See, and then it comes in and it does the outline of that text, and we don't want that. I'm not going to fight it right now. And then it'll come in and cut. Okay, all of that seems semi-reasonable. Now let's export. Those feeds and speeds seem sane. So we'll download it. Okay, so all right, first things first, I have to, yeah, crickets in the shop, yep. Machine, bottom right. First things first, I programmed everything from the milk crate as much as I can from the waste board, so from down here. Just because then it doesn't matter what the part I'm putting in. I don't have to change Z0, but I didn't see a way to pick the waste board as Z0 in Kiri Moto. So I need to go in and reset that height, which is not a big deal. So go make that Z depth a little slower. Yeah, that looks good. Yeah, like, you know, if we were really making a part, I'd care way more about that being perfect. And if I was doing anything other than soft plywood, I'd care way more about crashing the tool into it. But obviously, right now we're not. I'm after speed. Okay, so now we have Z0 there. Anyone know how to rotate CNCJS? I don't think you can. It's annoying. Rotate the camera? Oh, look at that. So, you know, that is where my tool is. I really like this tool preview in CNCJS. It feels icky to say, but I actually really like this UI. Pop that up. That tool preview is so good. Okay, so yeah, I think the only thing that's left is send it. Are you asking why does it feel icky to say I like the tool preview or the CNCJS thing? Gerbil UIs and anything written in JavaScript has always just felt icky for a really long time, and I'm finding ones I like, and I'm finding things I like. Okay. So you can't see me, but I'm plugging in the VFD and turning the spindle on. Give VFD a second. Okay. So, John, for reference, that spindle's at 24,000 RPMs, and I don't have the door shut, and my mic is like 3 feet away from it right now. Like, the machine's straight here. So, that's why I went to, actually, the machine bottom right. That's why I went to the spindle rather than the router. Okay. Hold on to your butts. Let's see what this does. Oh. Ooh, that is a scary safe height. Is clearance, you're right. Millimeter or mile. Honestly, it could be faster, Jason. This is just a safe speed that I know will work. I've actually played with that simulator a little bit. It is so cool. Later on, I would like to do some of those for the Pocket NC and maybe start in that simulator. Actually ran a tool change for the small 1/8 inch end mill. Let's see what happens here. Okay. Ooh, and it did a little ramp in. Neat. All right, and it did the same thing. I hate how it like stops. Yeah, so that text isn't going to be very good. It's dog boning every corner now, which is cool, not what I wanted. Holy shit. Fuck you. Oh my god. Yeah, the largest spider I've ever seen in my house just crawled across the garage. This thing was like the size of a tarantula. It was very large and it came after me. This is the largest wolf spider I've ever seen. It probably had a 3-inch leg span. It's real dead now, though. Sorry about that. Ooh. Nothing like you probably have out in California, Rick. I remembered as I was killing it that I was still mic'd up. I like spiders, just not when they're free roaming and like coming after me. If I would have had a good way to catch her, I probably would have kept her for fun, but I think my Z-axis lead screw is a little off kilter. It's making a fun waller sound. Probably. Yeah, it's these are definitely not optimized tool paths. But like, just like FreeCAD, this is a free software. It was relatively easy to figure out, and in the end, this part will be mostly usable. So, okay, it's done. Wait for that to spool down. Okay. I've heard really good things about the Kiri Moto development team, which is more than I can say for a lot of software stuff. So, like, yeah, for sure. Here's the part. It's not exactly what I thought it was going to be, but it is a part. The tabs worked. The cuts were, like, relatively sane, I feel like. Yeah, just going off of, like, visual comparisons. The sizes are right. The holes line up. That pocket's not the right size. That's supposed to be a 1/4 inch pocket. That's not a 1/4 inch. But I don't remember what end mill it. Well, I only made it 1 thou smaller, so that's definitely not right. But who knows? So Kiri Moto FreeCAD. Camera's freaking out. There we go. And Fusion, Kiri Moto. Yeah, they're not. None of them are perfect, but some of them are more interesting than others. I do want to take a minute and pop over to Cam Lab. Okay, so like, oh, sorry. Show bottom right. So Cam Lab, derivative Kiri Moto. Obviously, it is much more cam oriented. So if we import, already we've got better UI stuff. It's looking specifically for STL files, so that's cool. I hate the idea of programming CNC machines off of an STL file, but like, whatever. Let's, see. Machine. Generic Gerbil plus 300, 200, save. I'm just gonna like rip through this as fast as I can because we're basically doing the same stuff. I just want to see the differences. I've never spent any time with this software at all. I spent a lot of time talking to the guys from CNC Labs at Murph about it, but yeah. Thanks a ton for joining in, Chris. I will check out the thing that you sent me and probably post it on the Twitters if it's exciting, which I'm sure it is, because everything you've ever sent me has been awesome. Huh. Okay, tools. Oh, okay, so we can, so this is already more intuitive. Like, there's this nice tool library here. We'll pick the 1/8 inch end mill. Origin top, or, okay. Wait. Oh, okay, so we can do the origin from the bottom here. I'm already liking this better. Let's see if it can do what we need to do. Roughing. Okay. Yeah. This is rad. Okay, obviously we don't want our relief carving. Yeah, this is like 1,000 times better than vanilla Kiri Moto. This is like 4-click cam. I'm not gonna run this, but like, this is pretty cool. So like, a couple things about this part, like this was not supposed to be a pocket. This is actually supposed to be a contour, and the little piece in the middle snaps into this piece. I don't know how to do that. I like that though. I like being able to go pocket only. Clockwise makes a lot more sense than climb or conventional cutting if you've never milled before. So can we... Oh, that's cool. Huh. Ha. Okay. Just showing single passes. This is super valuable. I've never seen a cam let you break it down like that before. That's real neat. I mean, not like we're just like pulling stuff from 3D printing there, right? I want to watch the tool run. Maybe we can't. Okay, so like there's some things that are missing from Kiri Moto that I miss. I really liked that G-code preview. I really liked the ability to play it. So really there's no operations here. Yeah. Yeah. Kinda. And like you just said, Will, that was essentially what Kiri Moto did in the beginning, was it just looked at the part and it just reliefed it. You know, it just did this, which, you know, not ultra useful. Oh. So relief carving is something that I'd like to spend a little bit of time on this machine. I don't have a handy STL on this computer, I don't think. Let me look real quick. I do. Copy. Yeah. It's just a huge STL. Whoa! Okay, so let's scale this by 0.2. Still doesn't fit. Okay. I can't drag it around. That's annoying. Do a 1/16 inch ball mill. Whoa. Apparently, CamLab has the same limitations of needing to refresh paint occasionally. And the buttons are different. All right, let's generate a relief carving of this. And at the same time, will break my computer by trying to import this too. Scale. Oh, it's getting close. Slowly, slowly. Ah. Okay, I'm over this. Kiri Moto, everybody. Oh, there it goes, maybe? I really would like to see this do stuff. We'll pick the taper mill, and then preview it. Oh, sorry, Adam. That's not the one that we want. Sorry, guys. Yeah, that's what I get for hiding stuff. Whoa. You should judge every choice I've made. They're all wrong. Years of wrong choices. Oh, good Lord. What happened? Okay, so that's interesting. I really wish we could watch that run through all of this. I mean, it's a JWST picture. Depending on who you are, it could be not safe for work. I don't know. So processing this is not fast. And yet everybody wants everything to always be in a browser. I'd really like to spend some time playing with these contour tools. I've never done them before. This might not be the STL for it, or I might need to do it bigger. Or I might just need a smaller... That's what I'm waiting on. So the future, yeah. So this end mill, it's 25 thou radius taper mill. This is probably perfect for doing something like this. you know, once it takes 9,000 years to come through. Yeah, maybe we could rough it in with one of these others. Yeah, like rough it in with this guy, that guy, and then go fine with this guy. That might be a fun time lapse to do. Man, there's so many more people here than I thought there were. No, Adam, we have to do everything in Rust. Somebody on Twitter said that C++ is dead and a security risk, so tomorrow we needed to start discussing moving to Rust for everything. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I'm still waiting on Kiri Moto to figure out what it's doing. Yeah, this is the Sony ZV-E10. What? It's fun. Okay. Completely and utterly over this. At least. Yeah, we have tangented. We have completely tangented. Okay. We have. It is still trying to figure out what the hell is going on. I feel like. Can I just click animate? Anyway, I feel like this live stream has hit its climax and is done. Kiri Moto part. Just like a quick aside, if I was going to try to use this to make real parts and I was like really trying to fight this stuff and I was really trying to make it work, what I would probably do is process models. So like, you know, bring in a model that only had the text, etch the text. Bring in a model that had no text and only had the things that I wanted to go in and out. You know, just to simplify the operations and make it so that the software was a little less confused on what I wanted it to do. I feel like that would be the way around a lot of this. Sure, it's complex and annoying, but it would work. It would make a good part. And, you know, if you need free browser-based cam, this worked. It worked so much better than I thought it would. Yeah, they made a good tool that like does everything, right? Ooh, it did something. I can't tell if those are. Oh no, that's just a really nice mesh representation. Wait, oh, it's doing stuff again. I don't know. Maybe I'll post a screenshot in one of the many Discords I'm in if it does something cool. I think this is the longest Midwest stream goodbye I've ever done. Yeah, those are my final thoughts on Kiri Moto. It works with some caveats, just like FreeCAD, but it's free, and you know they made some huge strides in making a really cool cam tool. It wouldn't be my first choice, but it wouldn't be my last now. So that's kind of where I've landed with it. Wah. This progress bar keeps giving me hope. Anyway, I'm gonna go do something else now. Thanks for joining in the stream, And keep an eye out for the next one. It might be next week. I'm going to try... Well, next week's either going to be Pixel Cam or, which is one that I really want to try. I actually paid for that one already. Sheet Cam or Desk Proto. Those are the three I'm going to put up for vote next week. Yeah. All right. I'm out. Thanks, guys. I can't stop the stream from the computer you're not streaming from. Bye.